We Sean might be coming later. We don't have Sean right now. We have Carl. Carl's back.
It's an interesting month.
For me too, honestly.
Sean out here having babies.
Mm-hmm.
I'm out here stirring gravies.
Mm-hmm.
It's an interesting month. I'm sorry. I apologize to the people who love to absolutely hear my voice, who love what I have to say, who stand by me, stand strong. You stand back, you stand by.
Mm-hmm.
I apologize to you.
Listeners,
but I'm back. Huh?
Listeners.
Stand back. Stand back and stand by. I'll be here.
Flagrant family. We don't have Sean. Yeah, but Sean's baby is here.
Yeah.
Sean's baby did make it. Hang on. Give me 1 second. Hey,
Dune Buggy.
What's up?
Dune Buggy, it's so nice to meet you.
Dune Buggy. Let's party.
Dune Buggy, it's too early to party.
I want to party now.
Dune Buggy, you just came out.
I was partying in there too.
Wow.
Maybe Dune Buggy doesn't know what partying means. It's just a baby.
Dune Buggy knows what party is. Trust me.
Sleeping and drinking milk.
We got a text. Dune Buggy's daddy.
Oh no, I'm gonna be in trouble.
You better go, Dune Buggy. Go back to school.
I'm supposed to be making dinner.
This is an unusual baby.
I have to make dinner for the entire school.
Make dinner for the school. What was your favorite school lunch?
In Texas, we had chicken fried steak, which they never had in Massachusetts. I definitely liked the chicken fried steak. I love school pizza. I've said it before. I'll say it again. Fresh Brothers reminds me of school pizza. I like it in a square. I like that some pieces are like almost entirely crust. And some are no crust at all. You have to hold it, like spin it under your finger like a basketball.
And bite every... Hi.
I love the variety you get with school pizza. What about you?
We used to have this thing in Mississippi called cheesy chicken casserole.
Okay.
Let me just say this. The lunches that we had in Los Angeles, I don't like any of them. They were bad. But
everyone talks about the coffee cake, but no one talks about anything else.
Yeah, the coffee cake was very good in the morning, You take that coffee cake with a little carton of milk and you're in the game. You're ready to take on the day, learn some new stuff. But by the time you got to lunch, we did have Domino's pizza at my school.
Wow.
So we get slices of Domino's. And I probably ate that every single day.
We've talked about this. That's when maybe they had changed at that point. Did they have the greasy garlic crust?
Not yet. This is before the new recipe. I go way back. I'm dating myself.
It was not. They didn't run that by me.
When I was in high school, we did not have the new recipe. So all these kids now who are so spoiled who say they won't eat Domino's without the greasy garlic, it's like, well, we didn't have that when I was in high school. So be grateful. Be thankful for what you got.
Andy, what'd you eat for school?
We had in my junior high, there was a thing for $1 you could get a thing called a zombie, which was a bread roll full of like molten yellow
Eat the
cheese.
bread! Eat the bread! Zombie!
Yeah.
What was inside of it?
With their cheese and the sausage and for $1.
And their guns.
And their bombs. And their bombs. Eat the bread. Eat the bread. Eat the bread.
What? Okay, sausage, cheese.
Yeah, and that's
this
it.
For lunch?
It was usually, I guess, more of a breakfast thing. Oh yeah, you asked for lunch, huh? I didn't get. My mommy packed me a brown paper bag for my lunch.
Really? Mm-hmm. You had a packed lunch every day. What was your favorite thing that your mom would make?
Also like bread roll. She'd make me like 3 little like rolls with deli meat on it and maybe like some mustard, mayo, and lettuce and stuff.
Damn.
Boring. I don't know.
And she did that all throughout high school, even when you were like a senior?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And she used to, when I was playing football and I would just eat all the time. It was literally like she would pack the brown paper bag, couldn't fit all the food she was trying to give to me.
Holy shit, you had a good ass mom.
Hungry boy.
I mean, my mom made dinner every night, but for lunch, I was on my own.
My high school had really good fries.
Yeah.
And once I had a study hall, and I was like, this sucks. I don't want to do study today. And so I said I had to go to the computer lab to print something. Don't ask me. It's none of your business what I have to print, Ms. Hines. And
JPEG of Carmen Electra or something, probably.
And instead of going to the computer lab, I went to the dining hall to get fries.
Wow.
With my friend.
Did y'all
I saw Mr. Blake in the line, and he's like, "Aren't you supposed to be in study hall?" I was like, "Why do you know where I'm supposed to be?"
You're one of my star pupils, Davenport. What did y'all?
Wait, the story's not finished. I went back, and Miss Hines was, for some reason, skeptical that I'd gone to the computer lab. I guess probably because I wasn't carrying anything that I printed. And she's like, "Did you go to the computer lab?" I said, "Yes." And then they commiserated. They got together about this. About this. With everything going on in the world, with Bosnia happening at the time. I don't think that was happening. This was post 9/11, actually. Yeah. And I got suspended.
Whoa.
Wow, so you had a suspension on your record?
A liar. Yes.
Holy
I got
shit.
suspended twice. That was the second time I got suspended. The first time was for being present when a guy and a girl were cybering an unwitting stranger. You know, like when you would like gather around the computer in the computer lab and cyber somebody. And everyone who was in the computer, I was like, just like standing in the background, kind of like giggling along and suggesting.
You didn't throw at it. Oh, you threw out
suggesting things that were not accepted, making pitches that didn't get in. And everyone in the computer lab got suspended. We were told that doing nothing is doing something. So to avoid getting suspended, what I should have done is run to the principal's office crying.
Wait a minute. You got suspended twice in high school?
It was the same school for middle school and high school. The first one was 8th grade. The second one was 10th grade.
Was this a private school?
Yeah.
Did this stay on your record when you went to college?
I don't think are those records real. I don't know if they really
I never
exist.
knew if records were real in high school.
But the first time in 8th grade, my mom took me to the local public school as like kind of a scared straight thing, and I was like, "This is fine. A lot of my friends are here. It's a nice school."
They get away with cybering people all the time at public school.
Man,
no one cares.
I lived in the dining hall eating fries. Never got suspended one time in my high school career.
I couldn't believe they did that to me. It
That's
was different
nuts.
standards because I was supposed to be like a loser, so they were like, "What's this kid doing? Like disobeying authority? He's a dork."
That's
Gonna
crazy
end
that they
this kid's
suspended you for
life.
that. Because I would assume, if I'm assuming, you had very good grades in high school.
I did, yeah. The teacher called me Captain A-.
So why the fuck are they suspending Captain A-? That's crazy. That's
What's
so
up,
nuts.
Daddy?
Hey.
Daddy?
Daddy's home. I love you, Daddy.
I know that I hurt you. I was a child trying to be a man. Y'all haven't listened to Certified Lover Boy yet, huh?
I haven't. Oh, yes, I have. Yes, I have.
That song is called Poppy's Home.
Yeah. I like the very first song on there.
Yeah. That's the one you like the most?
It's the one I've heard the most.
Yeah.
As I go to listen through the album, and then I listen to like 3 songs, and then like something happens, I get a phone call or something, and then I have to leave, and then I go, oh, I want to hear it from the. And so the first one, man, I've heard that one a bunch.
Dune Buggy was here earlier.
Wait, what?
Yeah, she was here. She said that you were going to be pissed. Sorry, I hate to blow it up, but yeah, she said she loves partying, first of all. But she said that she was supposed to be making dinner for the entire school. She's in school already, I guess.
Oh my God. This is making me sick. I'm about to black throw up. And it's a shame, too, because this is my lunch break.
That's
So I will be joining you for the show. Hopefully I don't throw up. But every now and then you might see me go on mute and try to house one of these vegan pierogies I don't like very much.
Oh, that doesn't sound very good.
You know?
Dune buggy made.
There's also deep fried cauliflower. And if you like green coladas,
Oh, you eating healthy.
is sausage made from tempeh.
Well, we were talking about high school lunches, and Hayes informed me and Andy that he had been suspended in middle high school twice. Did
Once
you ever
for-
get suspended from school?
Once
Sean?
for going to get fries and lying and say I had to go to the computer lab to print something.
The one time that I got sent to the dean that I remember at school was, there was like a weird, like I had like a study hall
Yes.
that was in the math area, but I went to the wrong lunch period. So I like showed up and I was like, well, none of my like lunch people are here, but like I'm just going to eat lunch because I'm here, and I got it wrong. And then I came back, and when I got into class, the study hall teacher, maybe Miss Makowski or something, who the rumor was that she would complain a lot, like if anybody used any kind of hand lotion or anything with a scent, she would go, I'm extremely allergic to that. You can't have that in class. And she had all these plants that she was obsessed with, and so all the kids would like smear hand lotion all over the plants whenever she was trying to give her an allergic reaction, which I don't think ever happened. I think she just didn't like the smell. But anyway, I showed up, and she was notoriously like pretty mean. And I walked in, and she just like didn't believe me. What happened? Like I was like, hey, I think I must have had the lunch periods confused because I showed up and like I didn't see you guys, but it was my schedule had just been changed or something. It was the beginning of the semester, and she was like, that's not true. And I was like, no, I'm telling you, like I just had lunch. I came back. It's the perfect amount of time for this story to be true. And then she was like, it's actually really simple. It can't even happen. One group files out and the other group files in. And I said, well, I don't know what to tell you. I guess I'm just not very smart because I couldn't figure that out. And she was like, go to the dean. And then I like went to the dean, and the dean has this paper for him. She goes, so I guess you're in front of me for calling yourself stupid. I was like,
Not allowed to doubt yourself.
yeah, like I
Say
was
things like that at school.
yeah. And the dean was like, she was going to be cool about it.
That's my exact story. Basically. I didn't call myself stupid, but I went to lunch when I was supposed to be at study hall. And they caught my ass too. And here
Yeah,
we are.
but
And I
it
guess
was-
that's why we're so funny now.
It was a genuine mistake. And then as she kept pressing me, I was like, I really was just like, I don't know what you want me to say. Like, there's nothing for me to confess to here. I was at lunch, and so I finally was like, yeah, I guess what you're saying is I'm a fucking idiot because I went to the wrong lunch. And I agree with you. I'm a fucking idiot. Like, that has to be what happened.
Yeah.
And then she was like, you're busted.
Entrapment. She got you. She tricked you.
Oh man, I only used to get sent to the dean by substitutes because all my teachers
Yeah.
were like, we know how he's gonna behave.
Mm-hmm.
So
At some point, the standards are so different. Like they just figure out exactly where you are supposed to be as a student. You're just not allowed to go outside of your zone
Yeah.
of.
Isn't that funny? I remember kids getting in trouble for so much less than what I was doing. They were like well-behaved kids, and I would just like, there were classes where I would just like pick up my backpack and leave because this teacher's not going to say anything to me. They know I'm not going to be doing math. Like I'm not doing math. Like I'm not helping the class.
It's like every other group social dynamic of you just know like who you can get away with what with. And if I left, like some nerd like me left the class, I'd be like, hey, what are you doing? Kick my ass in front of everyone.
that's crazy. Now, because I also like was very like I participated in class. Like I was, I pulled out my report card a couple of weeks ago. I think I may have shown that on the Carl
You
calls
got it
his
right
cousin. But
It's
all of
sitting
my
right there.
it was in right here. I think I
Okay.
put it back into the file. But all of my remarks were like, a pleasure to have in class. Talks too much. A pleasure to have in class. Talks too much. Like, but it's like that was it.
Yeah.
But I participated, except for math class. Me and Cedric sat in the back. Cedric was another guy on the football team. It was a good friend of mine in high school, and we sat in the back and we just joked around the whole time. It was, and the teacher one day was just like, "Guys, this is algebra 2. Look around you. You're the only 2 seniors in here." And we did look around. Everybody else was like freshmen and sophomores.
Everyone who was a pleasure to have in class and was gifted and talented is bi now.
They're all bi.
I guess I got to join.
Raise your
up.
hand if you were a pleasure to have in class and now you're bi. Can I
Throw
raise
some B's in the chat.
the Andy? Will you share your screen with this Twitter trending topic or Twitter event that I was looking at earlier that really threw me for a loop? That's titled. It's about actor Jamie Costa's uncanny Robin Williams impression, and has fans calling for a biopic. And it shows this image, and I was like, "Oh my god,
That is
this guy's Robin Williams impression
Really
is
good.
unbelievable.
It's so good.
Even just the visual of it." So I'm like,
I'm not even hearing the voice. The voice doesn't even have to be that close for this to completely sell me on Robin Williams, this image.
Down to the chains.
And so then I scrolled
All
down,
the chains exactly right.
and they show the real guy. And I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, that was a picture of Robin, a GIF of actual Robin Williams. And I mean, I'm sure the impression is great. Should we watch a little of it? I haven't
Watch
actually
it.
watched
Oh,
it
okay.
yet.
It's
see.
But
pretty
it
good.
better be really good after
The thing
was
that I
set
just
for me.
saw was Zelda Williams having to tell people, please stop sending me this footage of a guy pretending to be my dad, like around. I think
making me
it may even
sad.
be like around the time he died.
It's
or
too
something,
good.
or like-
It made me think he was
Yeah.
alive.
She was like, I don't want to see it. Stop sending it to me. So we won't send it to her.
More calling Orson. Come in, Orson.
Robin,
I gotta try another thing here. More calling Orson.
there's something I have to tell you.
Come in, your fatitude. Lord. Hello, Orson. Falling asleep on the job again, my lord. No, your immenseness. Just working on my report on dreams. Dreams? Well, dreams are a beautiful aspect of human culture. In fact, it happens when you're at night and you close your eyes and all kinds of images happen, and it's really bizarre. Well, let's try this one. Well, it depends on who you ask. If you ask Cinderella, she might sing it to you and say,
Robin?
a dream is a wish your heart...
Robin!
Okay.
Okay.
There you go.
Am I watching an entire movie? Am I buckling up for this is a biopic, probably like 2 hours and 45 minutes?
Have you ever seen? Do you remember? I think Hayes that our first boss David Goodman had us watch a clip from the TV movie about Robin Williams, where he walks in and does his Mork and Mindy audition, and he sits in the chair upside down because he's an alien and he doesn't know how the chair works.
Yeah.
And then there's a guy playing Gary Marshall, and like the whole thing of watching it, the guy's Robin Williams impression was whatever, but then he leaves, and Gary Marshall goes like, "I don't know what the hell that was, but I want it on my show." When he was like running after and chasing him down the hallway. It's so funny. It's a really
right.
good clip.
Who would you?
But
play
Robin
in
was
a
a
biopic.
friend. I've done improv with Robin a few times. And
He'd play himself. Sean would play himself in the
Sean plays Sean Clements.
if I'm in that movie, it's probably him. It's me and him chopping it up in the UCB green room in both New York and LA, doing shows, you know.
Hey,
You did
who would
shows
you
in
play?
New York and LA. Wow.
We've done both. We did both. We did a lot of... Robin and I did a lot of improv. We both loved the spontaneity and the magic
Yeah.
that happens when you're just totally in the moment.
I'd probably be Robert Sean Leonard.
That would be a good role for you. He's a Dead Poet Society. He's one of the young men whose life is shaped by the magnificent teacher, Robin Williams.
I'd be Cuba Gooding Jr. in What Dreams May Come.
That's a good one.
I don't think I
Who
understand
is
this
he in that?
question.
One of the ghosts.
One
He
of
was
the
like
ghosts.
he was like the spirit guide for Robin.
Yes.
I might be Stellan Skarsgård. Oh, it's about my medal. Oh, my medal. You can have the fucking medal. Have I told... I probably shouldn't tell this story on this show, right? Of the least talented writer I've ever worked with telling me a story of how his writing could have saved Robin Williams' life.
Oh yeah, sure. I think that'll do.
That's enough to say that another famous comedian had talked to Robin about how unhappy he was on his the sitcom The Crazy Ones. It was the last project he ever worked on, and that if only they had worked with this writer who I knew and had the kind of experience of doing his writing, that maybe he would have lived. And this guy would tell me this story and wait for me to be like, holy shit, yeah. You must be really good. I've never seen you say anything funny or do anything positive for any scripts, but...
Should this writer be reaching out to other people afflicted with Lewy body dementia?
That's what I'm wondering, is people who've recently got like a diagnosis that's very devastating and have struggled with mental health issues. If this writer could then just like put them in a pretty bad show, and then that would somehow cause them to... it would reignite their passion. I don't know. Who's to say? It's not for me to say.
It's so incredibly damaging to basically say that it was the show The Crazy Ones that killed Robin Williams. Like that's a very cruel thing to say about the people involved in a television show.
Well, how else is this guy going to make it about him and his writing ability? Like you have to think about that first, Hayes. So is it actually very kind to do that?
I got a story about that at the end. I can't say it on here, but I will tell y'all something along that same vein. It's very funny.
Okay, there's a tier. All right, so we're going to add a tier at some point, Andy, that has these two stories with names.
These are $1,000 tiers.
Yeah. That tier has to be pretty expensive because it will make it hard for me to work if I say it.
Yeah. And this person is a person who I consider a good friend.
Not me. But anyway.
Andy, can we talk about these bees?
I almost was hesitant. Who was
to talk about the bees? Are you
because
kidding
he like
me?
went to the hospital? I don't know.
He did?
I think so. Wait,
Andy searches NBA bees. And what came up are the Charlotte Hornets cheerleaders, whose names are the honeybees.
J.R. Smith steps in beehive, requires medic. Okay, he requires medic.
He'd have to go to the hospital.
He stepped in a beehive. Oh no, look at those bees everywhere.
That happened to me once when I was a kid.
Wow.
When I was a little kid, I remember my dad was moving a stump in our yard, and he picked up the stump like against his torso and like went to move it, and there was a beehive inside the stump, and so he got like 50 stings on his stomach, and he like of course like screamed and flipped out and threw and it was like the scariest thing I ever saw. He was like, "Well, I guess I know I'm not allergic to bees."
Now let me talk about this TMZ article where they say in the video you can see several bees are all over Smith, including in his hair, biting and attacking him. And you're like, bite? They're like biting him. Where are you getting this evidence that the bees are biting J.R. Smith?
Yeah, they bite you. And
then you have to wait for the next sentence where J.R. Smith says, in the video, they bit the shit out of me. So these bees, instead of stinging J.R. Smith, they have resorted to biting him.
If you listen closely.
Please. Hell yeah. Oh, shit.
Wow.
You all right?
Ankles. They got him all over his ankles.
Yeah.
They all by my back. Damn, it bit the shit out of me.
There, he said it.
Yep. They bit
Yep.
the shit out of me.
Have I told the story on here 20 times of the time I had a wasp stuck in my sweater?
No.
I don't think so.
So, do you remember these? There was like a little connector piece you would put between two 2-liter soda bottles, and you'd fill it with colored water, and then you'd like shake it up and flip it over, and it would make like a tornado in the water. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
I've seen
So I had one of those when I was a kid, and I had it filled with food coloring. And I remember that, like, whatever, my mom's friend was over, and she had like an older son. So I'm 9, and this kid's like 13, and I'm like, hey man, come to my room. I'm about to blow your fucking mind. Like, I'm gonna be cool, because I'm like, you won't believe what's in my room. And I grab this 2-liter soda bottle thing. He doesn't know it. He hasn't seen the tornado before. So I'm like, I'm gonna show this kid such a good tornado. And I start to shake it. And as I start to shake it, I don't know that a wasp is like inside the sleeve of my sweater. And it starts biting and stinging like all around and up and down my arm. And I'm shaking it. So I like shake like 1, 2, and then I fucking whip the thing against the wall. It's like right next to his head, and it explodes. It breaks. Like colored water shoots everywhere. And I just like scream in his face. And he has no idea what's going on. It's like, this is what you came from here to show me. Just like, And then I finally pulled up my sleeve, and fucking this huge, like, wasp like that, and my shit, it looks like I have like a bracelet on because I'm like swollen all over. But it must have been so scary for him.
Do they have Yellow Jackets here?
In LA?
I never feel. I feel like
I
I
haven't
never
seen
really
them.
see them.
I haven't seen them.
In Texas, they used to like that and like paper wasps.
Yeah.
They would like chase you down the street.
Yeah, yellow jackets I used to step on all the time. And when barefoot in the summer, that was like
They're
a
scary.
daily activity.
Did y'all have horseflies growing up?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, those
They
would
would-
bite you really bad too.
Bite you like first of all, you'd see them like flying around your head, zoo, 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 and then they stop, and then somebody comes up to you and just slaps the fuck out of you. Ow! And you're like, "What the fuck, man?" You about to fight, and then they just show you their hand, fucking bloody ass fly on the hand. It was on the back of your head, about to kill you. It was always around the swimming pool. It's always around the swimming pool. Like, you never wanted to. You never like if you was like if the swimming pool was, especially was in like somebody's backyard or something, like one of those above ground pools or something like, and they lived in like a woody area. Man, them horse flies. You have to go underwater. They chase you, and they will bite. They will bite you.
This is what
You think you
happened
pierogi
to
time.
J.R. Smith when he dribbled out the clock when the game was tied at the game 1 of the NBA Finals. He was being chased by these same bees.
Yeah, yeah. They said they was gonna get him.
It's like It Follows.
Did you watch him play golf?
No, I heard didn't he win this tournament?
I don't know if he won, but like he did great. Like when you look at his shots, it's like, man, he's pure. It's really cool to see.
That's awesome. I wonder what. I mean, obviously, golf is difficult, and so many players pick it up in a serious way. But I wonder why fewer. I mean, these are such talented athletes. Why more players haven't been like, we're going to do this for real.
Yeah,
because I can do it for the next 20 years.
It's so tight. It's so tight to see him do it.
A lot of them are probably too tall, right?
They got tall clubs.
Yeah, but it's different,
An
right?
extender or something for it.
Not gonna be that tall. You're so far from the ball.
Or a long tee maybe could help out.
I mean, that's the thing is like you're closer to the hoop when you're that tall. You can see that 'cause that's up. But the golf ball, no matter how long your club is, it's still on the ground. It's all the way down there. You're so far away from it.
He was this like a college golf tournament?
Yeah.
Looks like it.
That's
Seems to be.
He should play college basketball again too.
That'd be really cool for the players on his team.
For people who don't know, J.R. Smith re-enrolled or enrolled. He was drafted out of high school.
He came out of high school, yes.
He enrolled in college, North Carolina
A&T, Agricultural and Technical University. Historically black college.
over the summer.
Yeah.
Yeah, agriculture and technical foul university when he's there. He's a little bit of a crazy guy on the court sometimes.
It's so dope that they let him too. Like that the NCAA wasn't being weird about it. But it's gonna help the school. Like it's gonna help their golf program. Mm-hmm. It's so tight. Everything about it. Everything about it is great. And he's going back to college. Mm-hmm. Going to college for the first time, rather.
Mm-hmm.
Andy, was there other news?
Oh, sure.
What else did these bees get up to this week?
What are the NBA bees doing today?
Okay, well, so we can check in with Iman Shumpert.
There's a new dance.
He did a dance. Maybe Sean missed.
I haven't seen this one yet.
He had a busy week.
The foxtrot.
Had a busy week. Missed it.
Partner Daniela, it's Iman Shumpert.
Okay.
Looks great.
Wow. That looks like Frozen over here, right, guys?
It's reminding me of that.
Oh, it is Frozen.
Okay, so the song is also from Frozen, so that's...
It is reminding me of songs.
It's
from
reminding
Frozen.
me a
Yes.
little bit of Frozen.
Is anyone else getting Frozen vibes from this?
This is not the foxtrot, right?
How you know, Andy?
I don't know.
This is the wickedly talented Adele Dazeem singing this.
Okay. He's keeping his head very level. Okay, nice steps. Nice steps.
I wonder what Len will say about this. Unfortunately, this dance the height difference makes a lot of stuff difficult. This dance in particular seems more challenging. And now he's getting to loosen up and have some fun and kind of do his own thing. That was really cool.
Yes, that was nice.
He's obviously strong and athletic. He has like good footwork, but the like partnered up stuff it's really hard, the height difference.
Why, thank you for...
Did he get to stay?
That I
hope he
don't
wins.
know.
I hope he wins.
You're not going to win.
So too.
He's not going to win?
Who's going to win?
He's not going to win.
Fuck
Jojo
that
Siwa.
show. Jojo Siwa.
JoJo was allowed to do this?
Is a professional dancer, was discovered on Dance Mob, has a massive, massive activated fan base, and the fan vote is part of it. There's no one can beat her.
She has a dance studio down the street from my house.
Wow. Elite activity. Salute God.
I went there to get my vaccine.
Is that JoJo Siwa's dance studio?
Went there to get my booster shot.
I went there to vote. That's where my nearest polling place was.
Okay, I didn't see this. Players who break COVID rules in Toronto will face criminal charges.
That's pretty
wild.
wild.
God, this is turning me into a Kyrie Irving level galaxy brain. Okay.
Yeah,
criminal charges. Oh. And that's just if they leave the hotel, they could go to prison for 6 months?
That's nuts.
This is crazy.
That's nuts. Not every single person has COVID. That's nuts.
Oh my God. This is turning me.
They could just have to wear a mask.
This is ridiculous.
That's pretty crazy.
That feels extreme.
Are they gonna do the? I mean, honestly, with this possibility, I would feel like they can't. They got to go back to playing in a Disneyland or whatever, wherever they did last time.
The bubble.
Well, it's on the one hand, it feels extreme, but on the other hand, they could just get the vaccine.
That's true.
So
that's what they're doing.
Is it extreme?
I got to be honest. If they did this to me, all in response to me not getting the vaccine, me call retarding, I still wouldn't want to get it. Like they'd be like, "Hey, we're going over to check out JoJo Siwa's new routine." I go, "No, I know what that is. I know what they do at that place." We're just gonna watch her. What she's gonna do in Dance with the Stars this week?
It's just a dance, and there's like a little, like you feel a little hurt a tiny bit, but it's just a dance.
Yeah, she pinches your shoulder when she's dancing, but that's
she dances
just to get a good grip.
She got a routine to Motown Philly, and when they do, you look to the side, and then you feel a little prick in your arm. It's weird.
Yeah, JoJo Siwa danced just to get you to look a certain direction. She dances over there.
She danced me right into the vaccine. She has to lead you over till there's like a needle planted in the wall. Shouldn't you have just held it? No. This, you don't understand dance like I do. This is the best way to do this. It's spoken like a non-dancer. Yeah, I'm just going to hold the needle and put it in. No. Hang on. Once I get him to match my step.
Kyrie, the Nets are saying he will not play or practice with the team until he is a full participant. As he clarified this week, he's not against the vaccine.
Yes, I have that. I have a quote, or I have what sources say that he says.
He's also not against people saying they're against the vaccine. He's against people being against people who say that they are against the vaccine.
Okay.
Like I'm
which
back in
is
algebra 2 here.
And like it's like interesting for me thinking about my position on this. I'm also not against the vaccine. I'm not against people being against the vaccine. And I'm not against people being against people who are against the vaccine. Where I draw the line is people being against people who are against people who are against people who are against the vaccine. So this is where we diverge on this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it does get, it gets a little complicated to follow, I guess, for some people.
Yeah.
But it's pretty simple. I'm not against the vaccine. I'm not against people who are against the vaccine.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
I'm not really against people who are against people who are against the vaccine.
Okay.
I'm against people who are against people who are against people who are against
the vaccine. So you and I agree. That's exactly where I'm.
Yes, and Kyrie will not like hearing that because now it's 2 against 1. We're the only people who have weighed in on this dimension.
Yes.
Of the argument at this point. He's the only one taking his position.
Yes.
And we're the only. And so
it's
if a couple people join us.
For this entire conversation, yes.
Yeah. No one else has entertained. So many people are so myopic and they're like laser focused on either being against the vaccine or against people who are against the vaccine. And it's like, take a step back and then another step back from that. And you'll see Kyrie and then you'll see the 2 of us.
And we're having this whole roundtable at JoJo Siwa's dance studio.
Absolutely.
Yes. They do a lot.
The acoustics are incredible.
Salons. They do many salons there. The
Cousin Salon.
Salon.
Give me a parlay, Cousin Salon.
He says he's challenging the perceived control of society and people's livelihood, according to sources with knowledge of Irving's mindset.
That's only Kyrie.
Yes. It is a decision that he believes he is capable to make given his current life dynamics. Kyrie wants to be a voice for the voiceless, one source said.
I don't think anti-vax people are voiceless, which Kyrie might be happy to hear.
Someone should tell him.
Someone should point him to the very loud voices of that particular movement.
He might be saying like a voice for the voiceless.
Relieved.
This being the first time anyone has
taken
this exact opinion,
this specific position.
Right. People must be not saying this because they feel like they're silenced.
People are terrified. They feel like no one's allowed to say it. I'm in a position of power. I can say this thing that is almost impossible to track.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of stuff that we've talked about already, there it is. Ben Simmons just showed up. Showed up to camp. Just flew in there. Told no one he was coming.
I've been here.
I've been here the entire time.
What are you talking about? Why? Was somebody in like a contract holdout, like trade force thing?
No, I was here. We were practicing basketball.
Yeah. I was over by the hoop. I'm tall.
Yeah.
I was standing over there drinking a Dunkin' Donuts coffee and eating a banana.
You don't remember me? I was right here. I didn't hit a single shot. I was literally standing right there under the hoop. This is freaking me. Now you're freaking me out. Like, I feel weird about this. Are you being serious or are you messing with me? No, I was here.
You guys are gaslighting me. You're gaslighting me. I've been here. You didn't hear those doinks?
Oh, is this like a Halloween thing?
Every time I shot the ball, it went the gun king.
He simply showed up at arena to take his COVID test. And that's when team officials knew he was in town. Good day.
Hello.
Good day.
Hello.
Hello.
Give us a prick then, love.
How you going, mate? Time for my test.
Can you reach up to me nostril there?
Should I do the spit one?
Hello.
Will you take
Hello.
the spit?
And
15 seconds in each nostril.
this was a funny quote. Doc Rivers said,
I'm already laughing at his face.
His face.
maybe this is pretty
Wow, they have the "Don't Tread on Me" snake as part of their logo now.
Oh, whoa.
That's cool.
I have other logo or like slogan news that's very funny. But here.
What does that mean? No matter how many times you cut me, I'm still alive.
Yeah, I guess it was like the different colonies or something. Like
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's only 8.
8. Yeah, the original 8 colonies.
But 7 plus 6 is what? 13.
20.
They won't.
And,
You got to think. You got to look with this eye, with the one in between. Go ahead.
23. What's the? Yeah. Okay.
Let me hear this.
I mean, it sounds like it. I think he did his COVID test today from reports from Woj. I'm going to call Woj and find out what's going on.
That's Woj, of course, wanted to post.
All right, Doc, you don't have to call Woj because we did. So Woj.
Okay.
I just thought
That assumes that he's watching.
I have to call Woj to find out what's going on.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
What
if it was just some like a COVID tester being like, it doesn't know what Ben Simmons looks like. I just saw this huge guy. I just gave him a COVID test, like this giant guy.
15
I think it was
seconds
Ben
in each
Simmons.
nostril.
Is that guy? That guy's like huge, right? Not as tall as like that guy, but like really tall. Yeah, that was him.
It's like in between that guy and that guy.
Oh, this. Oh my God.
Yeah, we haven't talked about this, huh? Did y'all talk about it when I was stirring gravy?
No, I don't think it had happened yet.
Yeah, I'm
Andy, say what happened.
Okay, 18 former NBA players have been arrested and charged federally for defrauding the NBA's health and welfare benefit plan out of approximately $4 million.
$4 million split between 18 players is $222,000. I really want to know what they were doing.
Show me the list.
And so we have the full list here. It's they had to break it up into 2 tweets.
Milt
Palacio. Yeah, go ahead.
Palacio. Sebastian Telfair, Antoine Wright, Darius Miles, Ruben Patterson, Eddie Robinson, Greg Smith, Glenn Davis, Jamario Moon. Then
Many of those.
Terrence Williams, Allen Anderson, Tony Allen, Shannon Brown, William Bynum, Melvin Ely, Christopher Douglas.
CDR.
Chris Douglas Roberts.
What?
He wasn't even in the league long enough to do that.
And Tony Roten. Wow.
Chris Douglas Roberts, who played college with Derrick Rose at Memphis.
He was on Clippers for a little bit, huh?
Mm-hmm.
He had a cup of coffee with the Clippers, didn't he?
Did he? I don't even remember that.
The case is United States versus Terrence Williams. Tony Allen, Shannon Brown, let Shannon dunk.
Guys, I love you so much.
Go.
I do have
Go
to
then.
go back to work.
Go then.
Go.
Sorry, everyone. I'll be back for a full episode very soon.
Okay.
As well.
Bye.
Bye.
He's lying. He just lied. This is why some of these names, it almost feels like who you would like pick to frame NBA players. It's like, who are you going to believe? Me? It's me or Glenn Davis.
Wow. But I just want to know what they did that, like, 18 players? $4 million?
18 players. Andy, what did they do?
Let's see. I mean, it's alleged, so I can't say that they did this.
Health insurance, healthcare scam, allegedly. Attempting to defraud the NBA's health and welfare benefit plan. So they submitted false claims. Tony Allen's wife also named as a defendant. Oh no!
So were they just like still on the insurance after all of them were out of the league or something? And they were like maybe getting their kids checkups or something?
I think they're still covered. You know, like after you're retired, you're still covered by the league's plan. And Terrence Williams was the scheme's linchpin.
It's all very
false
vague. It
claims.
just literally
false
says
invoices.
Oh, okay.
And so they got kickbacks when these like fake doctors or whatever got paid out. They got the kickbacks for submitting these false claims.
So they would get the cash from the doctor? Do doctors give you cash back?
From whatever the beneficiary of the claim was.
I don't understand this at all. But I think it's a lame ass thing to do.
Scheme.
Okay.
It's lame of the NBA.
When one player didn't pay Williams, he called the co-defendant pretending to be a plan administrator and says there was a problem with the claim. And the hope was to frighten the player into re-engaging with Williams. So somebody went and told on this. The scheme was uncovered in part because of the sloppy work of the defendants. Okay.
Okay, here we go. For example, Smith, who played with the Rockets, submitted claims for IV sedation, a root canal, and crowns that he is alleged to receive in December 2018. But I guess he didn't? Oh, he was...
Travel records, email, and publicly available box scores show that he was playing professional basketball in Taiwan that week and did not receive multiple root canals in Beverly Hills.
Okay.
And that paid, so he got paid from, I guess, like he got a kickback from that.
When they paid out the insurance claim to this, like whatever the fake plan administrator was, he would get a kickback for that.
Wow.
He scored 11 points for Bank of Taiwan in an 84-76 loss to Kaohsiung Jutai Technology. Now that sounds fake. How do we know that's not fake?
Yeah. He only scored 11 points for Bank of Taiwan.
Bank of Taiwan is also giving him getting kickbacks for this.
Greg Smith. Wow. I don't really remember. I mean, often confused with Craig Smith, probably.
Chris Douglas Roberts. What a motley crew of players.
Yes, it is a very strange mix.
Does that mean that they're all communicating and saying, like, hey, listen, like, you say that you're getting a root canal, and you just get and you just get thousands of dollars. Like, let's all do. Are they all doing that?
Hey, man, but I really need a root canal. Look, man, do you want the money or better teeth? All right. Interesting. I hope they don't go to jail for this crap.
Darius Miles, the perfect. I mean, this is like this after he tried to steal the entire SATs.
Yeah. Still driving that same Escalade.
Unbelievable that Darius Miles stole the SATs.
That his mom
fake.
bought.
Okay.
There won't be any random marijuana tests this season.
Good.
It's about
which I guess
time.
was already happening in Orlando.
Let the fellas chief. Hashtag let the fellas chief.
Yes. So LaMelo Ball revealed his new shoes, and so they're $125. And so here's a quick. They're orange with like a black phoenix kind of thing on it. They're Pumas. And then right as that happened, Lavar Ball unveiled his new shoe, which are worth way more, $695 up to $895, and it's a different type of shoe.
And it says "I told you so" on the side.
Shit's trash.
What are help me with this? I don't like. What are we? What is he telling me?
He told you so.
Okay, but
he said, didn't I say it? Didn't I tell you? And what did I tell you when I told you?
It's because you probably were like, "That's not Italian leather," and it's like, yeah.
But is this a response to the fact, like the this other shoe coming out? It seems like it is because it says "I told you so" on it.
I told you these shoes would come out.
Oh, okay.
I tried to tell you. And what did I tell you when I told you?
What? Who else has a Puma signature shoe? Anybody?
Puma is the Clyde Drexler.
Okay.
And who else is with Puma? I get Puma and Converse mixed up. And the new
first one since the Vinsanity.
Puma, I thought Puma was doing some stuff this year though. Puma.
No, they're not doing anything.
Who would you sign with if you couldn't sign with Nike? If you couldn't sign with Nike, Adidas, or Reebok, arguably the top three, who would you sign with? Would you go to China? Or would you stay over here and go
Doc Martens?
You would sign with Doc Martens?
Yeah.
The Hayes boot.
Mm-hmm.
Das boot.
Just like getting black streaks all over the
And the ref is like, hey man, no street shoes.
They're like ankle high. They're like fully laced up.
They're like, man, hurry up and get back on defense. You like running next to Zubac.
So the Pacers have unveiled their court and uniforms and a new. I think this is. I'm not sure if this is a new slogan, but I thought it was very funny that it says "We grow basketball."
We grow basketball here. Imagine just like a rolling field of basketball plants.
We plant rubber seeds and grow basketball.
And their court says it too.
Wow.
So that's supposed to be
this.
That's supposed to be corn on the side, I guess. Basketball corn. Basketball corn. We're growing basketball corn. We're growing basketball corn.
Who is that the picture? It looked like Lance Stevenson.
It did look like Lance. He's not on that team, is he? That is Lance.
That's Lance Stevenson.
Yeah. Is he back on the team?
Is he playing? How did he not get pulled into this scam?
He really went to the dentist.
He didn't understand.
He didn't play for Bank of Taiwan.
He became a dentist.
O'Shea Brissett.
I really think that was Lance Stevenson. And
It
I think
is.
that's
It
the
is
only
him.
person that it could be.
But he's not on the team.
I'm glad they brought him back just to do a promo video.
Yeah,
that's from a while.
It's like I mean, they wouldn't have Reggie Miller's body is probably not good enough shape. He's probably the second most popular player from the Pacers.
Sure. When Lance Stevenson used to be like getting back on defense and getting ready to guard LeBron, and he would do like the Hannibal Lecter, like
Why is he there?
get destroyed.
Wait a minute. Oh, this is old. They didn't make
Oh,
new.
wait,
Yeah,
this
I
is
knew
really
was
old.
Andy, they didn't do this.
This isn't news at all. This is from 2017.
Why do they still have this on the NBA site with everything going on in this country?
Yeah, I don't.
This article is from 2017.
I didn't even look at
years
it.
ago.
Yeah,
I was like, I've seen these uniforms before.
wow, somebody. I got bad info from somebody.
They don't grow basketball there anymore.
They don't
Well,
do that.
Maybe it is a new court though.
It is a new court because it's not. It's a new name. Gainbridge
Yeah.
Fieldhouse is a new name,
Oh,
But
so
that
maybe
jersey.
Maybe it's new. Maybe that is news.
and that logo's new, and that is corn.
Yeah.
And so
That's basketball court.
that's basketball corn. Actually, the sun is
Yeah,
the
this is a big-ass
basketball that's
basketball.
nourishing
Wow.
the basketball corn.
And it's like an old man comes up and goes, I've been on this farm since 1924.
It's 2017.
The Depression slowed us down. We lost many basketballs during the Depression. We had to eat baseballs. They came in abundance.
What did Michael Jordan say about vaccines?
Yeah, he was pretty reasonable.
You mentioned staying healthy and the COVID vaccine. Are you at all
on the
concerned about
computer.
the protocols?
Not at all. Not at all. I am in unison with the league, and I think everybody has been speaking about the vaccinations, and I'm a firm believer in science, and I'm gonna stick with that, and hopefully everybody abides by whatever the league sets the rules, and I think that once everybody buys in, we're gonna be fine.
You mentioned
This means that he thinks the vaccines give you a competitive disadvantage, and he is secretly telling his players not to get it.
Yeah. I've always been a great competitor.
I think this honestly is like LeBron zigged. And so this is a little bit of a zag. You're like, okay, guess we can talk about who's the greatest. I'm encouraging people to
I believe
be
in
safe
science.
and healthy. I'm saving lives.
And then we also Klay Thompson talking about his boat.
Man, you see this view I got at the Golden Gate right now. She is pretty.
Let's go back to the boats. How is your commute to work? How long are we talking?
Well, it depends on the conditions.
Okay.
If you have a nice conditions out there with no wind, small swell, I get to the city in like 15 minutes at like 35 knots. It's insane. It's insane. I feel like Batman. But if it's a rough day out there on the bay, which most of the time it is, you gotta take your time. About 35 to 40 minute cruise. But it's like you're on the open ocean, passing Alcatraz, going under the Bay Bridge. It's incredible. Like, it's the best way to go to work ever. You can't have a bad day when you tie up at the dock. Like, it's impossible.
What's your boat's name?
I have a few names for her. Call it the Nordic Knife or Splash Express.
Where did those come from? Nordic knife.
She was made in Finland, so she's
So
Norwegian, I think. She cuts the water like a
And
knife.
they even put the quote up on it. She was made in Finland, so she's Norwegian, I think.
That ain't the same thing.
They hate each other. They're like mortal
The
enemies.
country's been at war for 200 years.
That's good. That's a shame that he's gonna
Andy-
like hit a big wave and then like crash into the like bouncing out of the boat, shatter his legs again.
Andy, will you calculate how many miles per hour is 35 knots?
Yeah, I'm calculating now.
Happy birthday, Polly.
Oh, yeah, he could do that. It's 40 miles per hour.
Okay.
It's pretty good.
Yeah. I like Klay, but I do think how the NBA players can't ride motorcycles and stuff. They should make a clause about boats too,
Yeah.
because that feels dangerous. And that Bay Area water is very choppy.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder where he lives out there.
Pulled out a riptide or something. Right?
I wonder
Yeah.
where he lives.
All
Probably
the, I
he's
mean,
every-
like the whole Alcatraz tour is about out the The water's like uncertain. It's full of sharks.
Yeah. Lake Oswego.
Oh, yeah, East Bay. That's where I'm from.
Oh, Dana Point. Dana Point's down. Dana Point's down here. That's where he's from.
He gets to San Francisco in 15 minutes from Dana Point.
From Dana Point, damn.
That must be really cool.
35,000 knots.
Yeah.
Oh, he's not saying where.
He's not saying where, but we could triangulate it from. I mean,
Right.
he basically gave us a math problem to find his home.
He lives on Taylor Street. He lives at the Gear Deli place.
All right, Andy. Is that all the news?
That's it.
We're done. Boy,
All the news.
We must be stacking up Travoltifications.
Yes.
We should have had Sean do one before he left, but he left in such a weird way when he lied like that.
Alrighty.
Bye.